I slept with my and now I can't stop thinking about him. I never thought I'd be in a situation like this, but now, as I sit in my car outside the hotel, gripping the steering wheel, my skin still tingling from last night, I can't stop replaying everything in my mind. Wasn't supposed to happen. I wasn't even supposed to see him again. It started at my cousin's wedding, a huge, extravagant event in Los Angeles with white roses draped over gold trimmed chairs, champagne flowing like water, and distant relatives I hadn't seen in years coming up to squeeze my cheeks and ask when it would be my turn. I was already one flute of champagne deep when I saw him. Liam, at first I didn't recognize him. The last time I had seen him, we were awkward teenagers living under the same roof for a few years when my mom was married to his dad. He was just the annoying stepbrother I barely tolerated before our parents divorced and he faded out of my life. But the man standing across the room now, unrecognizable, tall, broad shouldered, a lazy smirk curving his lips as he leaned against the bar, he caught my eye, and for a moment I swore something electric passed between us. He raised his glass slightly as if in recognition. Holy, is that Liam? I barely registered my cousin's voice next to me as I watched him push off the bar and start walking toward me. You've changed, he murmured when he finally reached me, his voice deeper than I remembered. More confident, I laughed, tilting my head. So have you. We spent the next few hours talking, drinking, and slipping into something too familiar, too easy. The years apart melted away, but something else had shifted, something heavy and unspoken in the air between us. By the time the wedding wound down and the dance floor emptied, we found ourselves outside by the pool. The night air was warm, but my skin still prickled from the way Liam was looking at me, like he was seeing me for the first time. You know, technically, we're not even family anymore. The words left his lips, low and teasing, but my breath caught anyway. I laughed softly, but my pulse quickened. I could feel it in the way his fingertips brushed absently over the rim of his glass, in the way he leaned in just enough to let me catch the scent of his cologne. Woodsy, sharp, intoxicating. Liam. I didn't even finish saying his name before his fingers ghosted down my arm, light and deliberate. A shiver ran through me, and when I looked up, his eyes had darkened. I should have stopped it. I should have said something, anything, but instead, I tilted my face up to his, and then his lips were on mine. The first kiss was hesitant, testing, but when I let out the faintest sigh against his lips, something inside him seemed to snap. His hand slid around my waist, pulling me flush against him, and a quiet gasp slipped past my lips as the heat of his body pressed into mine. I didn't stop him when his hands skimmed down to my hips, fingers tightening as if he was memorizing the way I felt beneath them. I didn't stop him when his mouth trailed down to my jawline, leaving the barest trace of heat against my skin. We shouldn't, I whispered, but even as I said it, my hands were fisting into his shirt, pulling him closer. He groaned, low and rough, before his lips crashed back into mine, deeper this time. I felt the cool edge of the pool railing press into my lower back as he kissed me breathless, his hands gripping my waist like he was afraid I'd disappear. I don't even remember how we got back to his room. One moment we were tangled together outside, and the next he had me pinned against the hotel door, his lips tracing the curve of my shoulder, his breath warm against my skin. Tell me to stop, he murmured, his voice hoarse. And I will. I didn't. I didn't stop him when his fingers found the zipper of my dress, or when his lips found this sensitive spot just below my ear. I didn't stop him when we collapsed onto the bed, my hands exploring the broad plains of his back, his name slipping past my lips like something forbidden. And when morning came, with golden sunlight slipping through the curtains, I didn't stop him then either because when he rolled over, smirking lazily and murmured, "So, round two," I realized maybe I didn't want to stop at all.